My name is Michaela Newton, an intern from the Covington News, and I'm here with Drew Parker. Thank you for being here today.
Good to be here.
So, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from right here in Covington, but I live in a little community called Stewart down towards Jackson Lake, down 36, like going towards Butts County.
Okay, and so you're here because you had an audition for The Voice. Now, how did that go?
It went well. It was a long process. It started about a year ago. I got an email from a casting agency wanting me to come audition, so me and a good buddy of mine went up to Nashville, and we did a little, I had an audition there. I sang 3 songs and just did an interview there, and then from there they called me and they said that they wanted me to come back for an executive callback. So then they flew me out to Los Angeles for a week, and I had never flown before, ever, and so my first flight was paid for by The Voice, and got to go out there and do that, and that lasted a week. I sang some songs in front of the executive producers and did some interviews and tons of paperwork, and so then after that, I would say about a month went by, and they called me back and said that I had made it into the top 100 contestants for that season out of about, I think, 100 or 150,000, something like that. And I'd made it into the top 100, and they would be bringing me back to LA for 4 weeks for the blind auditions. And I filmed the blind auditions it was actually filmed back in October. So it's actually, the show is pre-recorded. So we filmed that back in October. Met tons of people, made, super long-lasting friends, and I was there in October for a total of 4 weeks, I think it was, and that's when I did all my interviews and that kind of thing, and then actually did my blind audition.
So has music always been your dream?
Music has always been a part of my life. I started singing in church when I was 3 years old, getting up in front of the church and singing. And then it just kind of progressed from there. There was a guy here in Covington, and his name was David Long, and he gave me my first opportunity, I guess, to sing outside of church. And from there, I just really fell in love with it. And that was probably, I would say, I was probably 9 or 10 at that point in time. And he gave me my first, real opportunity to sing in front of a crowd outside of the church that I was normally used to singing to. And so from there, I just fell in love with it and knew that that's what I wanted to try to do. So yeah, music's always been a part of my life and something that I've always enjoyed to do.
So as far as the auditions go, are they still going on, or where are you now?
So now that, back in October, what happened is we filmed the blind audition, which is where I actually got up and sang in front of 4 awesome people: Blake Shelton, Christina Aguilera, Pharrell Williams, and Adam Levine. And I sang in front of them. I didn't get a chair turned. It's really weird because on TV it doesn't look like this, but it was actually about 9:30 at night, California time, when I actually sang. And which is really weird because that's like 12:30 in the morning, Georgia time, And so, but it was a really cool experience. But now I sang, didn't get a chair turned, and so now I'm just, working my butt off to try to, get somewhere myself, back and forth to Nashville all the time, writing songs, writing with some of my good buddies up there. So.
Okay, so you have this guitar here with us. How old were you when you learned how to play the guitar?
Oh man, I guess I got my first guitar when I was probably 11 or 12, I think, and I messed around on it a little then, but I never really took it as super serious like I should have, until I got probably 17, 18, and realized, okay, if I really want to do this, I'm really going to have to learn how to play guitar. And so that's when I really started picking up on it. Now I've been playing for almost, I guess, 5 or 6 years now. So, and I play every day, so.
That's good. Okay, so can you play a little bit something?
I can play a little bit of something.
Sure.
Standing right there, ease on over, pull you up a chair. What's your name? Need a drink? Where are you from? Looks like we're the only ones without someone in this place. If you got a little time, I got a lot to say. She answered me when she walked away. With that red lipstick rolling off her smile, looking wedding day ready, walking down the aisle. Didn't know it then, but she was already mine. That look she gave me kept me holding on to something I thought was already gone. Guess the first impression is just a state of mind. That's a night that I'll always remember. Knew I was gonna miss her. How things work out, guess what goes around comes back around. I bought a ring, set a date, changed her last name. Turns out she's the only thing that's ever made me feel this way. Locked arms with her daddy, holding that bouquet. I do, is all that's left to say. That red lipstick rolling off her smile, looking wedding day ready, walking down the aisle. Didn't know it then, but she was already mine. That look she gave me kept me holding on to something I thought was already gone. I guess the first impression is just a state of mind. That's a night that I'll always remember. I knew I was gonna miss her. Today's the day that I become her mister. It's crazy to think I almost missed the chance to miss her. With that red lipstick rolling off her smile, looking wedding day ready, walking down the aisle. Didn't know it then, but she was already mine. That look she gave me kept me holding on to something I thought was already gone. Guess the first impression is just a state of mind. That's a night that I'll always remember. Now I'm gonna miss her. Yeah, I'm about to miss her. Yeah, I finally missed her.
Wow, thank you. And Drew Parker, everyone, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.